Welcome to the Lads AM podcast, a show for those late night ramblings you only get when the rest of the world is asleep. This show is available in both podcast and Let's Play form. Check out our social media to find out how to listen the way you want to. Tonight, we are playing Stick Fight, the game. No, Dustin, I didn't forget it this time. Yeah. Did you do the colors on purpose?
No,
This is the order it comes in.
that's just the order you join in.
That's why you messed up the second time. 'Cause you ended up being blue.
That's nice and convenient, though.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't have that. Oh, it would actually be worse the other way around. Because then it might be confusing. No, actually what happens is based on the color, we have to pretend to be the person.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Why? Be a fun experiment in role play. Get your work on your role play a little bit.
Yeah, I think that would quickly devolve into us making fun of each other.
As opposed to
Specifically the two of you bullying me.
Hey, wait a minute. I think we make fun of everyone evenly. If you what's the thing that you could have done to tests that like would make the people that failed not fail and everyone asks for it all the time?
Bell curve?
Yeah, it was so if you got like a really low one. Yeah. When you get graded.
Right.
You guys know you're getting graded.
Yeah.
We're getting graded.
Yeah, at the end of the every once a year.
Who's grading us?
Yeah, I'm gonna grade you guys on.
You're grading us.
Yeah, I'm grading you, and then we're gonna have a non-biased third party grade me. That's how it's gonna work.
You grade us, but the unbiased third party grades you.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that doesn't actually sound as good as it did in my head.
Oh, it doesn't? Interesting.
In my head, when I said that, it made a lot of sense. I'm not gonna lie. That wasn't a time when I actually say something stupid. I was just genuinely stupid there. That's my bad, guys. That's my bad.
It's okay. It happens.
I thought I saw myself as unbiased, but apparently you don't see that.
Oh no, you're here.
True. Okay. Well, okay. I'll admit. You know what? I'm going to publicly say that
we can't kill each other here. Come on.
Talk about it. Talk about your Chinese balloons or whatever.
Oh yeah. What is that? Explain it.
All right.
There's a Chinese balloon in the Midwest.
Okay, yeah, Dustin knows about this.
Yeah.
So basically, yesterday, the U.S. government announced that there was some sort of a Chinese military balloon right over Montana.
Like a balloon, like a
weather balloon. Like a spy. Okay. They're calling it a spy balloon, basically.
I honestly did not. I thought I misheard you.
No, it's a balloon.
What do you mean?
And interestingly, not only was it above Montana, but it was very close to one of our 3 places where we keep our nuclear weapons.
Oh, what are those 3 for any foreign powers listening?
I have no idea. But anyways, so China, so the U.S. was like, oh yeah, these are China's balloons. They're not happy about it. China came out and is like, oh yeah, no, those are our balloons. But here's the catch. China's like, no, it's not a government balloon. It's a civilian's balloon for weather that got knocked way off course.
Okay.
And it's like, yeah, okay. The U.S. government's like, no shot in hell that's accurate. And then, just before we started recording, turns out there's a second balloon. This one's over Latin America.
There's a second balloon.
There's a second balloon somewhere over, like, I didn't check to see where it was, but it said Latin America, so like Mexico or Guatemala or something.
A second balloon has been found.
Yeah, so it's like, what's going on here?
Oh, what could it be?
Well, the U.S. is saying that it's a spy balloon to try to like gain intelligence on like our nuclear weapons.
Well, it's a pretty shitty spy balloon.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, I mean,
I feel
like
like China, you have way
Makes
better
the most
opportunities to
sense.
spy than with the balloon.
Yeah, but like,
I find it hard to believe it's anything.
well, it's hard to say because the balloon. So yeah, it's a balloon, but to put things into perspective, this balloon is like 60,000 feet up in the air. Keep in mind, most commercial planes fly at only like 30,000.
Mhm.
So it's like stupidly high up. And then on top of being stupidly high up, it's also not like it's like a tiny ass thing. This thing is like the size of 2 school buses.
Yeah.
interesting.
And it's completely unmanned. So now the question is what do we do about it?
I mean,
Yeah, Dustin?
Biden already decided he's just going to let it go, right?
So as of now, Biden has said that they're going to just leave it be, monitor it.
Because they said it's just going to be gone in like 3 days.
The Republicans are adamant that how dare Biden not shoot it down? You know why Biden hasn't shot it down?
Why?
Because it would crash into civilians on the ground. You know,
True,
that's how gravity works.
True.
I shit you not. The Republican response to, but it would land on people, was, I shit you not, well then just shoot it over a sparsely populated area so that there's less casualties.
Some of you will die.
It's a sacrifice that I am willing to make.
Literally.
It's like, are you kidding? They didn't quite phrase it like that, but that's definitely what they intended.
Oh, I could honestly, I would believe it if that's what they said. That's at this point,
dude, it's absurd.
I saw Jesse Waters on Fox News tried saying like, "Oh, what if they're shooting another COVID out of that thing? We don't know what that is. We need to shoot it down now."
Oh my god, dude, I didn't hear that.
Biden, there is a second COVID.
They're shooting COVID out of the balloon. There's spores in there.
We thought COVID-19 was bad. Just wait for COVID-22.
No, actually, it'd be COVID-23 because that would be the year it'd be discovered. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that's what it is.
Is that why it was called?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like coronavirus discovered in 2019.
Oh, okay.
There are 9. No, it was because it was the 19th coronavirus.
But what happens if there's a coronavirus found in 2119?
That's their problem.
We're not going to be around for that.
They're like, oh man, you kidding me? There's already a 19. What are we going to do with this? 19-2? That doesn't make sense.
COVID 119.
COVID 100.
Ancestors ruining for everyone else.
COVID the Gamer 119. That's what they're going to call it.
Totally. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Balloons.
It's like, what are we gonna do about it, President Biden? Have you seen this game called Bloons Tower Defense? They're little monkeys with darts, sir. They're specially trained. They're specially trained to get rid of balloons.
We're bringing in the experts, sir.
Sir, the game is called Plants vs. Zombies. I believe.
Oh my goodness.
I believe there is something we could learn here.
You get like the little pea shoot or whatever it was, just pointed at the balloon.
It's like some 12-year-old kid with a slingshot. It's like, don't worry, Mr. President, I got this. Huh. I mean, what could it? I mean, I don't see what the harm it can do. Unless it does have another COVID in it.
Well, the harm is that China could learn more about our nuclear weapons.
Whatever. I'd be okay with an apocalypse.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You deserve
it. Alright, so
I would trade the day-to-day 9 to 5 for like an apocalyptic survival scenario.
To be fair, you've stated multiple times how much you wish you could just get Easton.
The Last of Us show is popping off. And I think we'd all be prepared for it. That's what I'm saying, man. That's it. It's like everyone's ready. We can do it. Like imagine how cool it would be if we were like recording the podcast, but instead of like it being on YouTube, it's like on a radio that other survivors are listening to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what you want.
Wow,
I mean,
they're stuck with
what?
us. Feel bad for them.
we have the
Oof.
only working radio. We commandeer the only working radio station.
Dude. Someone would still complain that that's a monopoly.
I mean, technically.
Dude, we might actually get comments on the podcast now.
Yo.
Hate comments, but still. Why am I listening to
You're the only podcast left on Earth, and I still don't want to listen to it.
this? Oh my god.
You're the only podcast on Earth, and I'd rather just die.
Okay.
My uncle listens to this podcast, and he preferred getting eaten by the zombies.
But that being said, in terms of apocalypses, what's like the best apocalypse and worst apocalypse scenario?
I was actually talking about this to George today, funny enough.
Yeah?
I'm saying post a failed AI takeover.
Is what the best?
Yeah.
Alright, I think we can all agree what the worst is, and that's like a global pandemic at this point, right? Unless it's
I don't know. I survived.
Unless it's like a zombie apocalypse. Like a zombie apocalypse would be kind of cool. But like
Fast zombies would be bad.
But
That'd be
like
the worst
COVID was like the apocalypse I feel like of our lifetime, and if it wasn't, holy shit. And
God,
like
try again.
it was kind of boring.
Yeah.
We just we kind of
Like,
just
it
stayed
sucks that everyone
aside.
died, but like there wasn't much we had to do to live other than like, you know, get a vaccination, which half the population refused to do.
There's a little lesson.
What the fuck just happened?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Audio podcast.
Huge. You know what? He's
Yeah,
right.
You know what game there? I was just looking at the wrong person. There's a game that I really wish I played when it first came out. Let me rephrase that. A game that I wish I had a computer strong enough to play when it came out,
Mhm.
and that was Daisy, I think it was called.
Oh yeah.
Oh, classic.
Yeah,
Daisy.
well, I never got to play it because my computer would never have been strong enough when I was teen. And I kind of wish I had played the game like that. I think that would have been cool and fun.
That one also had the thing where like the day and night was based on your day and night where you live,
I
right?
think so, yeah.
And what was the? What was it? What was like the seer like succession? It was like it was like Daisy came from H1Z1 or H1Z1.
Yeah,
became
H1Z1
yeah,
came from Daisy,
God
I'm
damn
pretty
it.
sure.
And what was the one after that? Is that that's not Rust, is it?
No, Rust was a little later.
I feel like there was one after H1Z1.
There was
Maybe.
Daisy, then there was there definitely was another one.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I don't know where Rust comes into the mix.
Rust was later. Rust was like 2017 or 18, wasn't it?
Maybe. I know it kind of popped off when a bunch of streamers started playing it.
Oh yeah. Okay, I forgot what Rust was first, but that reminded me.
Yeah, it's the one where a
Rust
bunch of
was
streamers
the-
started playing it, but if you play it yourself, you're just gonna get called slurs. But they can actually have voice chat, unlike League of Legends.
Right.
Rust was the movie where Alec Baldwin killed a person.
True. Bonanza City.
Bonanza City.
City.
Yo, so Alec Baldwin got arrested for that.
Did he?
And the
Yeah, Him and the Armorer got arrested like
yeah.
this week
Oh shit!
for manslaughter charges, I think it was.
I mean, makes sense. So did they find out what actually what happened? Like how it?
From my understanding, what basically happened was on the movie set, they had a habit of after work hours, taking the gun and just shooting live rounds at like a target range. And somehow a live round ended up in a gun, and neither the armorer nor Alec Baldwin checked to see if it was loaded. And the current thing is they're saying, well, Alec Baldwin was the actor holding the gun, and the armorer is in charge of the guns, it still should be at least partially on the actor to make sure that the gun is not loaded before they do anything.
Yeah. Well, that's just guns, like just practice.
Right, which is why they're saying both of them.
Yeah. Also, what was it? Alec Baldwin was executive producer.
Yeah, he was like executive producer and the head actor.
Yeah, which also would put him like in a place.
Right. So like either way you look at it, he's kind of partially responsible.
Yeah, no, he's definitely responsible. And there was definitely, I remember there being a thing where like, was it this situation where there was just like a lot of people that were like
underpaid and overworked.
Yeah.
Non-unionized.
Yeah. This is a situation where
they did not pick like there wasn't a lot of care at any level going into it.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's just accidents upon accidents that were happening.
So why would you even?
Why would you what?
I'm wondering. Do they use? So the same gun they were using. So the gun they were using was a real one that could have you put live rounds in.
Yeah.
Why not just use
a fake? So from what I've heard, typically you use a fake gun. However, with certain movie scenes, particularly ones where you have a close-up of a gun, it is important to have a real gun, even with live ammo sometimes. Just to like be able to have like realistic gunpowder residue and stuff like that.
My God.
I mean, that's where movies are nowadays, apparently. So.
I mean, okay. I mean, I understand. Obviously, I understand.
It's not a recommended practice, but it is just a practice.
Obviously, I understand that. But if I understand that obviously you're going to get something better or close up. It's harder to fake shit. But you kind of do have a movie with the budget for Alec Baldwin.
Yep.
It's not like you're not gonna. You can afford to fake it.
Believe me, I'm not here defending him. I'm just saying what I've read.
I'm saying I've seen college students pull off pretty realistic guns. I've also seen college students do awful at it, but I've seen college students do pretty decent job. Also, your movie doesn't need a close up of a gun. Also, let's stop romanticizing guns. How about that? Want to bring it to a bigger issue?
Dude,
bro,
this is America where we have more guns than people.
Dude, honestly, I was.
It's an actual fact. Like,
yeah.
I was.
Have you heard that stat, Matt?
I have not.
For every 100 people in the U.S., there's 120 guns.
Damn.
It's absurd. And I don't know about you, but I don't own a gun.
I don't own a gun.
I'm not a gun.
I'm not a gun. Yeah.
Actually, I have a solution.
Mm-hmm.
I have a solution. I was talking about this with one of the other cooks at work because I was talking about them about records and about how the one record that I had before I went to the record store today was Michael Jackson record.
All right.
And we were talking about the Beat It music video, where it's essentially like a West Side Story kind of like gang like fight.
Yeah, lots of snapping.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Instead of violence, it turns into
just
dance.
Each other? Oh, dance. Okay.
It turns into dance. And I was saying, you know what? Bring it back.
Bring back the dance moves.
I think.
You think we need to go back to underground dance battles between gangs?
I think everyone.
Actually, just run to something.
I'm just saying that all conflict should be resolved with dance. And honestly, at that point, dance battle to I'll be okay with dance battles to the death.
I love the idea of Matt sitting here and saying, "I believe all conflict should be solved with dance while we're playing a game." We're brutally murdering each other.
Guns don't make people violent. Look, how can video games make people violent?
It kind of undersells your point there a little.
How
but,
can
you know.
How can
He's against it.
how can video games make people violent if I'm literally playing a game about guns and I'm here being like,
let's dance instead.
Let's dance.
I agree with you, but like to the same extent, that doesn't mean we don't need guns in movies. That means we just need to get guns out of, the public's hands.
Bro.
Like, it's actually insane.
Hey, Australia. Hey, all I'm saying is Australia did it, and that guy managed to save his dog just by boxing a kangaroo. If he had a gun, if he had a gun, he would have just used that. But you know what? He managed to solve it. But you know what? That kangaroo learned a lesson.
Yeah.
Matt, the fuck are you talking about?
The guy who punched a kangaroo to save his dog. You don't know that video?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Like imagine if he had a gun, he would have just shot the kangaroo
or something.
No, real life, dude.
Yeah, I've seen that video. Okay.
Like, if he had used a gun, that kangaroo, he could have killed the kangaroo, but instead, he both saved his dog and taught that kangaroo a valuable life lesson.
Now imagine if they were dancing instead.
Now imagine if that was a dance
on a broken jaw, whatever.
Kangaroo Jack is real. Mama said, "Knock you out," and you know what? That's what I'm saying. The world would be so much better if we just solved conflicts through dance.
Yeah.
And then more conflicts could be. I feel like more conflicts could be resolved.
What dance do you think you would use, Matt, to save your life?
Depends.
I feel like
it depends on the situation.
Yeah,
dude.
Because
it depends on the situation. I'm over here like Cotton Eye Joe.
that's your go-to. Your go-to is
the Cotton Eye Joe. I've been married a long time ago.
Your go-to is the Cotton Eye Joe.
I mean, it's either that or like YMCA.
I feel like it would be.
It's got to be a dance where there's like. It's got to be a song where there's like a pre-established dance, like Macarena, maybe.
Oh, you just start doing that.
What Cupid Shuffle, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do like
the cop chase. Eventually, he falls out of his car. Cops finally catch up to him. Starts doing a Macarena.
Exactly.
He's like, "Holy shit, we got a Macarena! Get down on the ground!" And he just starts like fucking Irish step dancing towards me.
You know what they say? The only way to stop a bad guy with a Macarena is a good guy doing
a Macarena.
Dude, they need to get more teachers with Macarenas in school. Just saying.
Why aren't teachers taking dance classes in their free time? It's ridiculous. How are we going to protect the kids?
Oh my god. That might be one of the stupidest conversations. I'm loving it.
Why do I need a license to break it down sexual style? Why?
Meanwhile,
you need a background check for that?
Meanwhile, Japan's just like, we outlawed dancing years ago. We just settle everything with guns.
You never hear about any dance-related incidents in Japan.
Dude, this changes.
They haven't had a dance-related incident since 2002.
This changes the plot of Footloose a lot.
Dude, this changes a lot of plots. Imagine West Side Story.
Oh,
dude.
God. Oh, no. They're just shooting each other.
You turn that into an actual...
Oh, no. High School Musical.
Oh.
Sydney, no.
Sydney, no. It's now just a school shooting. Oh, no.
All the
That is
other
not
kids
wholesome.
with the pumped up kick. Better run, outrun my robot.
Dude, on the one hand, when that song came out, I was like, damn, this is a catchy song. On the other hand, as someone named Robert, I was like, fuck, why am I doing a school shooting?
Is it Robert? Is that the?
First lyrics, Robert's got a quick hand.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
I
I
think
never
ever-
replied that to you.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you didn't
Yeah,
because
Robert. I never.
sing that song out loud. Like I would like mutter that song under my because when I was on the bus, I would like mumble whatever
Oh my
song I was listening to.
Wow.
I was always
Thing just
nervous.
Oh god. There might be there might be a kid that was seriously scared of you because
Oh.
all he saw was the quiet
Who is still alive?
was
There
the
we go.
quiet kid singing
All
pumped up
the other
kicks.
kids got the
All the-
pumped up kicks. Better fucking run, bitches!
Have you ever been on like the there's a section of YouTube that's just like it starts out pretty innocent and it's like some song played in an empty mall at 2 a.m.
Yeah, I
It's
love
just a
those.
song with reverberation.
Yeah,
If you go deep enough down that, and I think this might be part of the alt-right rabbit hole.
oh,
Oh boy. Go
You
on.
go down that rabbit hole deep enough, eventually you get like Fortunate Sung, but it's being played while you're in a helicopter going to Vietnam. And then it's like other songs. There's like a whole section of that's like exclusively about war. And then you literally get so many videos titled "Pumped Up Kicks," but you're hearing it from the bathroom of your school. And I'm like, this got dark real quick. I loved listening to like, it would be like,
I prefer listening to fireworks than empty Toys R Us next to the highway.
yeah, and it's crazy how quickly you get it. It sends you. I think it might actually be a good example of like the innocent, the apparel innocent of the alt-right YouTube pipeline.
Yeah,
Because suddenly you watch that, and out of nowhere you're watching Steven Crowder.
outside of the war stuff, but that was like I don't really do ASMR. I don't really get it. I don't get the tinkly feeling that everyone keeps talking about,
Mhm.
except with those videos.
Yeah,
I really like those.
no, I do really like them.
Well, it's like I know going back to what you were saying about something seeming innocent. I know there was a video, I'm sure you guys probably saw it, where it starts off looking like a very traditional school shopping commercial.
Mhm.
And then like as it goes on, it's like, oh, there's a school shooting going on.
I might have seen that.
I've
I'm
seen.
gonna
I know.
refer to the
Where it's like, oh, these scissors that I got at Kmart are gonna be great if the guy runs in here.
Yeah, no, I know the
And it's
commercial.
like, damn, this is getting dark. It's like I'm really glad my backpack can double as a bulletproof vest.
Yeah, no, that was it.
It's like, holy shit.
I thought you were going
man.
to talk about something different. I'm wondering if
Yeah.
Dustin and I are on the same page.
I think we are. Are you thinking of the car commercial?
I am wondering. Yeah, I'm thinking of the car commercial.
What's the car commercial?
Oh, it's a classic. It's the one that's a car commercial and just ends in a jump scare instead.
Yeah, you seen it?
Is that the
Imagine.
one where it's just the one where it just shows like a car driving on a road for a while?
The
For
guy's
like
I think it's
Just
like
20
it's a
seconds or
texting.
something.
It's a texting. Well, it's a texting commercial, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's a
Texting,
texting while
like
driving.
texting while
commercial.
driving, and then suddenly,
Some crazy weird girl just screams at the camera, scaring you shit.
I mean, I've seen a number of those, but I can't think of one that I've seen that was a car commercial.
yeah, it was the one. Are we talking? You're
So-
talking about the one that was that it ends with all the
It
kids.
shows
getting
like a
crushed, right?
car driving.
Oh, we're not talking
like-
about the same thing. I thought we were talking about the same thing. We're not.
No, it's the one where it's like just a car driving through the like just through the hills or whatever, and then
Yeah, so me and
randomly
Dustin are talking about the
the
same
girl
thing.
just screams at the camera.
Yeah, that all right, so me
Oh.
and Dustin are talking about the same thing.
I
are you
was
talking
talking about I was talking about the one that ends with a bunch of kids in the woods and they all get crushed by the car.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
What?
that one!
Have
Okay,
you
now
not
you
seen-
two are talking about the same.
That's like the classroom or whatever, right?
Yeah, it's like a classic kid's like out on like a
like kindergartners or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a texting while driving or texting.
Yeah.
Texting
I've seen that. I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's old. That's old. I actually don't know if I've seen the one you guys are talking about.
Wow,
Really? It was a very common jump scare video when we were in like middle school.
Even elementary school, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, are you talking about like the actual? It's like actually just a horror jump scare.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about then.
Well, that's what we thought you were talking about because you kept saying jump scare.
I didn't say jump scare.
I said jump scare.
Maybe it was okay. Well, to be fair, I thought we at that point where Dustin said jump scare, we thought you were talking about the same one. Yeah, that was confusing.
We're so good at this.
Hey, we got there eventually.
You want to hear a similar commercial? Not quite. So
I think it's my turn to understand what you said.
This was, I'm pretty sure, like a fake commercial. If it was a real commercial, I'm livid. But I remember I got sent this from a friend of mine online. And it starts off with this kid throwing a tennis ball at a brick wall. Do you know this? Do you know this commercial?
It's a song, right?
And he goes and he starts singing a little, and it's like tennis ball up against the wall. Dustin, do you know this one?
I don't think so.
So
tennis
it shows
ball
this kid
up against the wall. Tennis ball up against the wall.
3 times, and then the kid goes, "It helps me forget about my cancer." And then it shows tennis balls 2 for $3 at Walmart.
Wait, what
He
is it? What's
said that to me. I was so mad at him that I did not talk to him for like 2 days.
Wait, I don't know if I was
like, that is fucked up.
I don't know if I've ever seen the Walmart part. Is that true? Is that how it ends?
I think it was a fake commercial. I don't think it was like an actual Walmart commercial.
Yeah, but
I think someone just edited it together to make it look like it.
I'm probably after the fact. I feel
maybe.
like I've seen that. I feel like I've seen that. I've definitely seen that video, but I've never seen the Maybe I just don't remember.
I might be misremembering it. I'm talking about something that I saw like 10 years ago.
I mean, it was also a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah.
But I don't remember the part where it was advertisement for golf balls.
Yeah, it might not have been Walmart specifically, but it was someone that was an advertisement for tennis balls.
That's crazy.
And it was like, save money or whatever. It's like, Jesus.
It's like, okay, well, what's the cancer part have to do with anything?
Oh no, it just gets dark real quick.
How does that sell? How does that sell? God damn.
Tennis balls cure cancer. Who wouldn't buy that?
Did I tell you guys about the my experience with a bubble wrap jump scare when I was a kid?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think
so. This is funny. So there's 2 stories in one here. So it starts off. I was with my dad. I was probably like 10 years old. All right.
Yeah.
And he got an email from my mom, and it was a link to this game where you pop bubble wrap, okay?
Okay.
So he's like, "Oh, this looks like a fun game. You should try it." So I'm playing this game for like 3 seconds or whatever, and every time I click, it goes pop, pop, pop. And then our phone rings, so my dad turns the music off while he answers the phone. A couple seconds after that, a jump scare happens where just the scary face pops up out of nowhere, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like am startled, but I'm like, that was weird, whatever. At the end of the day, I found out what happened on my mom's side of things. And it could not have been more opposite. Where she was at work, she found that game, or had it sent to her, or whatever. She's playing it with the audio off, and then she says, "Oh, I bet it does a popping noise when you turn the audio on." She turns the audio on just as the screamer happens, and she screams in the off.
So he turned the sound down for you, and that kind of
turned the sound off for me, which nullified the effect for me.
And that saved you. And that was just circumstance.
It was completely circumstance. The phone rang.
Wow, you got saved. That was your one time.
No, because going back to that car commercial we were talking about earlier, my dad was the one who showed me that as well as a kid, and I cried for 20 minutes on that. But like he also showed it to me when I was like 9.
Oh man.
Like I was a little kid.
That's still funny though.
Oh
No,
no! Looking back, it's funny, yeah. But at the moment, I was not happy. I was very upset with him.
You love to see that, man.
Yeah. I remember another jump scare video that was Ferris. No, not Ferris wheel, merry-go-round.
There you go.
Yeah, I just showed like a merry-go-round and a face jumped out.
Here we go around.
We don't have anything like that. I think everyone's too used to them now.
Yeah.
We don't have anything that's like send it and totally troll your friends.
Yeah, not really.
I don't know. We have that Discord DM that Fanning sent me a couple months ago.
Well, that's more like one of those like.
That's like a
And
it's
then there was
that's
the
more of a
DM me the word grass or whatever.
Oh, that thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not like trolling your friends. So
Yeah, no, that's not. Yeah,
it's
no,
not the same. I
think
want
it's
something
'cause
like
the innocent is not the innocent place it once was. We no longer trust anyone on the internet.
yeah. Like we'll never get that back. Like, hey guys, look at this, and then it's just
Honestly, the closest that we have in modern times, and even modern times, is like quote unquote, because I'm talking about like 5 years ago. But like, it might be like the Elsa Gate shit.
Elsa what?
The Elsa Gate shit,
Elsa Gate.
like where there were all the
There-
videos.
Oh, you mean like the
On
YouTube
YouTube
Kids,
stuff?
Yeah,
the weird
yeah,
YouTube Kids thing?
Yeah,
That's just more. That was
that was
just
like
like,
views.
yeah. I don't know. I think it's just like a time of the internet that we're not gonna get back.
Yeah,
probably not.
We're not really gonna get another Rickroll.
Yeah.
Dude, Rickroll is still funny though. So
Well, we kind of did. We got a couple variations of like similar
Stuff.
things to the Rickroll. We got the you've been gnomed. You know.
Oh yeah,
you just got coconut mauled.
Mauled.
Yeah.
Megalovania.
Mega-
That might be just
Yeah, I don't think. I think that might be just us.
maybe, yeah.
But I like the follow up to like the actual "You've Been Gnomed" was some people would just put the into videos when you didn't expect it.
Yeah.
The Weezer one kind of was for a little bit. Weezer just playing that one riff from Weezer kind of popped up on TikTok for a little bit. Or like anytime you saw something blue.
Oh, he turned into the album cover.
Yeah. Like I could like hard cut zoom in on Dustin right now and be like, what are these having this in my girl?
Sounds like a job for future Matt.
Sounds like a job future Matt's gonna forget about. or be too lazy to do.
Probably the latter.
I tried
Yeah.
something on the last episode
Oh, what'd you try?
I tried something. I don't know.
Was it forgetting the name of the game?
Was it forgetting the name of the game?
In the
Bennett Foddy?
beginning where you say today we're playing, you didn't put it in.
Are you serious?
It's really just today we're playing, and then like 10 seconds of silence.
I
I was like, is there a bit that's gonna happen, or did he honestly forget this? And then the game starts like, oh my god, he forgot it.
I think I did genuine. I think I actually thinking about it because normally I don't remember going into Audacity and recording myself saying it.
Yeah.
Oh
What were you actually gonna
boy.
try?
Whoops.
Yeah, I was actually gonna do it. Sometimes I do something a little fun.
What I think you need to start doing, Matt, and this is gonna be more work for me and Dustin, is like have us proof watch it.
Well, I mean, most of the time there's nothing that I really miss.
No, but like if the audio is like horribly out of sync somewhere, you can say something.
Yeah.
But what was the thing you wanted to try in the last episode?
Yeah.
When I'm talking about the Billy and Mandy clip of Billy jumping through the window.
Oh, you wanted to show it?
in the clip you can go watch it. I did do it.
Okay.
Yeah, it like goes to like color bars for a second, and then because in the new like set, quote unquote, it's like you have the TV. So I have it like look like you change the channel.
Oh, that's cool.
And then it starts playing the clip.
Dang, I must just skip past.
And then it goes back. It's like right at the beginning, so you may have. So I tried it. I was thinking of doing it for like for more things, but then I figured out, I'll just do it for this one and see how it goes.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, I got no feedback for you.
Thanks.
I didn't see it.
No, it's not the first time I've forgotten the thing in the beginning. I know there's another one.
There's quite a few times where you forget to put a picture for it.
Really?
Yeah, it's happened multiple times, I think.
I'll have to go through and check because I feel like I remember doing it most of the time.
I mean, there's like a few times that happened.
Yeah,
it's not like this happened like every other episode. So
Oh,
there's been something I want to about.
Yeah.
Crazy wacky stuff in the world of sports the past week or so.
Oh, I know about one of these.
You do?
Is it about the football player or?
That's one of them.
Okay.
The first one I want to talk.
I know about the basketball one.
Oh, that's crazy. You both got the ones I want to talk about.
Nice.
Well,
yeah.
I have no idea what the basketball one is. Oh, actually, wait. I do know the basketball one. That's the
so
referee
basically what happened
up,
was
right?
there's no, not that. There's a player in the NBA. His name's Jarrett Jackson Jr.
Okay.
And right now he is pretty much odds-on favorite to win Defensive Player of the Year.
All right, cool.
Plays for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Didn't even know that was a team, but okay, sure.
Bears.
Cool, I didn't ask.
Oh, that reminds me of something. But I'll talk about it after.
Just keep trying to remember it. But one day I'm on Reddit and I see a post in r/NBA because I somewhat follow basketball, not as much as football, but enough to I want to look at the subreddit.
Mm-hmm.
And I see this post about like stats being messed up to help Jarrett Jackson Jr. I'm like, huh? Then I click on it. There's like 10 paragraphs of stuff. I'm like, I'm not gonna read this. I don't care about basketball that much. It's probably just gonna end up being a meme anyways. I go back on Reddit later in the day, and the top post on like the front page of Reddit is that Caesars Sportsbooks paused any sort of betting on Defensive Player of the Year because of that Reddit post. And then I look at r/NBA. The NBA actually started investigating it, and teams around the league started finding out about this post of 30,000 upvotes. So basically what the post was saying was that he thought it was odd. He was just so happened to be looking at this player's stats. And he found it odd that there was such a discrepancy between how he plays at home versus away. Like the stats almost just don't make sense. And he started to try looking like deeper into the games, specifically steals and blocks, I should say.
Okay.
He had like an insane number of steals and blocks, which is hard to do in basketball.
Yeah.
And there's like weird discrepancy between home and away games. And he looked into it and he said they saw one game where they claimed he had 8 steals and blocks and he only found like 3. She was like, there's something going on here. Someone in the Grizzlies scorekeeper team is like messing things up, especially since in the beginning of the year before the season started, he had very, very low odds to win Defensive Player of the Year because he was coming off an injury.
Okay.
So she was like, oh. But yeah, so it got to a point where like the NBA had to like investigate and news got around the league. It's like, is someone messing with Defensive Player of the Year? But apparently not. NBA said, nope, we looked into it. NBA says, nope, we looked into it. That was all legit. And of course, after that, some writer was like, I watched every single game of Jarrett Jackson's season.
I mean,
those were all legit.
They are legit?
Apparently, yeah. He just really just plays better at home and away.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that's not something that can be like. I guess they did validate it.
Yeah, the NBA looked
Yeah.
into it. It's like, yeah, no.
And
Plus,
there,
it's
and there
still,
was also another Reddit post where they were like, "Yeah, no, it is valid."
yeah, there was like 4 more other ones. People saying, no, I watched every single game he played in just to make sure those are all legit. Well,
So,
not all. People found, like 3 that were kind of in the air, and 2 that was like, nah, that's just wrong.
so then how is the guy wrong? How did the guy miss 5 of them or whatever?
I have no idea.
Is he just
He's been-
bad?
Unsurprisingly, he was pretty quiet after all this happened. I still find it funny. This one Reddit post with 30,000 upvotes
got
got to the point where the entire league is like, "Hey, look into this." And sports books would be like, "Okay, let's just change the odds real quick and let's not allow any betting for right now."
that's kind of wild.
Yeah,
But I guess Reddit is a little bit more, for lack of a better word, I think Reddit's a little bit more normie than we think it is.
kind of.
I
Yeah,
think it's
know?
getting there. Yeah.
I think I think a lot of people it's no longer like a niche thing.
Yeah.
Like a lot of
Yeah.
people know about, even though 99% of the people don't know how to read it.
Right.
Me
and even
included.
then, normies are still calling it that weird place on the internet.
Yeah. There are still people that think that Reddit is like the worst place on the internet.
Right.
Isn't correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm about to talk about a site that I know nothing about. Isn't 4chan worse than Reddit?
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay.
And
100%.
8chan is worse than 4chan. And
Yeah.
16chan
Wait.
is worse than 8chan.
Yeah.
Wait,
Basically,
I know there's an
basically-
8chan, but is there actually a 16chan?
Pretty sure.
Yeah. But that's
I'm pretty
like
sure it goes up to
Jeez.
32chan.
basically
Why?
places are like, it's not bad enough here. We got to go make a new thing.
Of course,
Uh,
of course.
Like we can't get away with enough here.
Right. Matt,
And
do
then
you
I
want me
think
to- Sorry, go ahead.
I know. I was gonna say. I think after that, you have to go on to like Tor browser or something. You have to go on
Probably.
to
Like
actual like
real dark web stuff.
you got to go deep web, and then from deep web you go dark web, and then from that you probably go to prison.
Yeah.
No, I've been on the dark web before.
Yeah, you want to admit to something?
No. So, as a computer science student, everyone kind of gets a little curious about the dark web. So, and browsing the dark web is absolutely perfectly legal. There's nothing.
Oh, I didn't
illegal
mean.
about that.
I didn't mean. I didn't genuinely mean you go to the dark. You go to the dark web and then see
Okay.
CSIs at your door.
But
I
that
meant
being
that's where all the worst of the worst shit happens.
yeah, no, I mean, it did not take me long to find a list of sites that had really fucked up shit on it. Let me think here. Among the sites that I saw was sites where you can buy human organs, hire hitmen, CP a lot.
Club Penguin. Yep. Moving on from the conversation.
Pretty much all these
Cartridge
horrible sites. And basically, the top of it's like, listen, just so you know, you looking at this site is fine. You click on any of these, we can't guarantee that you ain't gonna be arrested.
You're going to jail.
Right.
So naturally, I clicked on none of them because I don't want to be arrested.
Uh,
But it was weird because it would be like, I remember distinctly that there were links. They would say like a body part and how much it would cost. And it's like, that's more information than I need to know.
I
really.
mean, I'm trying to pay off my student loans, so like,
eyeballs. They go for a lot.
I need those.
Fair.
Do you need 2 though?
Interesting. How important is my depth perception? Good question. Good question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's more of an optics thing. Of course it is, idiot. I don't want to wear an eye patch.
Lol. Dude, just pull a surgeon simulator and put like an 8-ball in there.
Dude, actually that might be sick. Never mind.
That'd be funny.
If I could put something cool in there. Dude, can I get a one that has a Sharingan in it? Okay, now I'm on.
It has a what?
Naruto thing.
Rob, can you guess what actually no. Before that, Dustin, what's the other thing?
I was going to ask, you want me to talk about the football thing first, or you want to say a thing that you're reminded of?
Oh boy, we have a lot of tangents now that we.
You
know,
go. I'll do my thing real quick.
Okay.
It was when you said the football team, and then Rob was like, I don't know who that is.
And I didn't ask.
And he said didn't ask. The other day, Georgia was asking me about a music festival that they wanted to go to, and I was just reading off band names, and after every goddamn band name, this one was like, who? What? Like what? Who? I don't know who that is. And for some reason, I think normally when Rob will do something like that, I'll like jokingly get mad at him. And I'll be like, Rob, shut up. Like, oh my God, Rob, shut. Like, I'll say it like that because I want him to know that I'm joking. This time, I don't know what came over me.
No, there was no joking.
I was
Matt
really
literally, I think, was like, Rob, we get it. You don't know any bands. Shut up.
I think I was literally like, Rob, shut up. Like, Rob, shut up.
I was like,
we know.
I'll learn.
And no, what you said, I want to participate, and I'm like, don't.
Yeah, you're not really adding much to the conversation.
Well, here's the other thing, Dustin, that Matt didn't mention, is this whole conversation started because George A said, yo, Rob and Matt, you want to go to this music festival?
And you promptly said no, but I'll humor you and say yes. So
either way, it doesn't matter if you're involved or not. It just doesn't add anything. Just constantly like, what? Who?
What?
Well, to be fair, I was also doing it as a joke in its.
Yeah, okay.
I did it like maybe 2 or 3 times before Matt freaked out. Like, it wasn't like I had done it like 12 times.
Well, it wasn't a joke. It wasn't a joke. I wasn't joking.
Your anger, that's for sure.
I was so annoyed. And then, honestly, later that night, I was like, damn, why did I get so mad at him?
Well, I appreciate you admitting that you kind of got a little mad over it.
I was like, why was I like,
geez, why?
I was like, why was I genuinely so, like, I understand why I was annoyed, but it's like, it's nothing, it's like, normally I get it.
It's nothing worth, like, getting mad about.
Normally it's like, it's annoying, and I'll just mess with it. I'll just pretend to be more mad than I am. But I was genuinely annoyed. I was like, why did that happen? I was like, why was that? And I self-reflect. I still don't know. But yeah, I don't know. He just hit a nerve for somehow.
I was real good at doing that.
Only sometimes, though.
And I was like, at least if it was like Fanning, who I think might genuinely hear a name that like piques his interest and goes and looks it up. I know Rob's not going to do that.
I mean, you're right, but like I kind of said there, like, you know, it doesn't hurt to be like, oh, Rob, this is a good band. Here, let me put one of the songs on right now.
You're not going to listen to it.
Dude, if you played it right then and there, I would have listened to it.
You would not have.
Also, was you supposed to do that for like every single band for those 2-3 bands you were doing it to?
No,
you would not.
Like,
I guarantee you would not have done that.
I was just I'm trying to learn, man. And you're.
Yeah. Okay. Here's how you learn, right, Rob? Here's how you do it.
Can I guess what you're gonna say?
No. What? Sure. Go for it.
I get Spotify.
No. Here's what it is, right?
Yeah.
I say something like, I know this band. They're called King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Mm-hmm.
And you say something like, oh, what kind of music what kind of music do they do? Like what genre? What genre there? Like is there a song of theirs I might know? It's not who? Ooh. What? What'd you say? Hunger?
Oh my goodness.
Like I will genuinely share music with you if you want, but not when all you do is pipe up like an owl. Like who? How many looks it gets to the center of Tootsie Pop, Rob? Explain. Who? I'm Mr. Owl.
Well, let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
Crunches it. In reality, would break his beak, probably.
Mr. Matt, what are the bands playing at the music festival? Let's find out. There's this band, never heard of them.
What?
This band, never heard of them. This band, never heard of them. Shut up!
It's like, stop participating. You're not. I won't.
I can't believe I'm the one saying this, but you guys want to talk about football?
So the football thing is, so there's this it was Barstool. They did a podcast.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, gross.
But they did an interview with a former running back called Arian Foster.
Oh, this is not the football thing I was talking about. Okay, go on.
For context, conference championships happened this Sunday.
Yeah.
And of course, Bengals lost, and they do what all football fans do when they lose. They call it rigged, say it's all scripted.
Oh, of course.
Yep.
And basically, it came back from, I assume, like an ad or something. And the host goes, yeah, Adrian Pearson was just telling us during the break that turns out the entire season's totally scripted, right? And he goes, yeah, first day of preseason, they come in, they give us our script, and, we're practicing. We're not actually practicing football. We're practicing the script. They tells us what's going to happen. Very obviously joking.
Yeah.
Like, he's being deadpan about it, but it's very obvious he's not trying to, spill the beans on how the NFL works or anything like that.
Right,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
It is satire.
It was satire. Like, I'll admit, if you don't pick up on deadpan humor, maybe you'd have trouble picking up on that, but even then, it's pretty obvious. Like, context clues, he's just memeing. When that clip goes around, and there's some good memes about it. People are like talking about, when so-and-so got injured this year and he's looking at the script or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's like actual news articles being written
No.
about Arian Foster claiming that it's all scripted.
What? On Fox? Shocking.
Well, no, it wasn't Fox, but
Oh.
no, Arian Foster is his name.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It was
Yeah,
fine.
Fox Arian. Mhm.
Crazy, though.
Yeah. No
People
one could just
believe whatever the fuck they want. Seriously.
It's like, come on, guys. Like, because at the end, one of the co-hosts was like, hey, what was your reaction when you read the 2015 script and saw that your career was going downhill from there? And he was like, no, it's 2016, actually. He's like, yeah, see how he's just playing along? I don't think someone who's trying to spill the beans on the NFL would be reacting like that.
Like,
that is actually
You-
hilarious.
you look at your script and it says, all right, first couple months looking good. Wait, what is this? May I get canceled for saying the N-word on air? What?
Oh, that reminds me of another football thing.
Oh boy.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
There's this was like a few weeks ago that's happened. But there's this high school quarterback. He was a 5-star recruit, I'm pretty sure. He was going to go to the University of Miami or something like that
Okay.
with a full scholarship or whatever.
Oh no.
Full
Go on.
scholarship gets taken away
Yep.
because there's a video of him rapping and he's saying the N-word. So
Well, wait, he's rapping?
Careful,
rapping, yes.
Rob. What if it's an Elmo's favorite song? Then can you say it?
he's rapping. His video
I'm
is
not
the
a
N-word.
fan of people who are like trying to find any excuse possible to say the N-word. But like, really, as part of a song? Like, I wouldn't do it. I'm not that bold, but like, really?
Yeah,
Is he just?
That's a bit extreme.
Who is he? Does he?
he was a quarterback. He was going to
Was
get
he?
going to
Presumably, Dustin didn't say it, but presumably a white player, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I guess I should say he's white.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's just.
But, so anyways, video comes out. Music Family says, yeah, we're not interested in you anymore. No more scholarship. He then receives a full scholarship to an HBCU,
What's an HBCU?
historically black university or college. Like those,
To play football there, or?
you got a full scholarship to play football in HBCU after getting in
Dude.
trouble for saying the N-word.
They gave him, dude. That's one of the big.
So-
That's such
so
a pass. He
so-
got the biggest pass in history.
People were,
Yeah,
people were
so
sharing
they're
that clip from
some of
Family
them
Guy.
are kind of like, this is a little bold. This is a little ridiculous.
People were sharing that clip from Family Guy. Was like, I'm gonna say the N word in the hood, and he comes back with the crown and the sash saying "King
Yeah.
of Black People." And he's like, they respected me for saying it.
Oh my god!
That's funny.
I mean,
That's
yeah.
really.
I going back to kind of what I was saying, like, are we really gonna freak out over the fact that he was singing a song?
It's a little bit. I mean, it's a little bit. It's a little. It is a little bit. You know.
Oh,
The-
you know,
the-
like I said,
like
I wouldn't do it, but like,
what if it's in Elmo's favorite song is a legitimate thing that people say is a legitimate thing that people say because they just really want to say the word.
Oh, sorry. I guess I should probably point out that college probably didn't care at all. It's everyone else who shared it and was outraged by it.
Yeah,
And then the college was like,
it's
okay,
that-
we can't
yeah.
do it anymore.
but like, I feel like people are getting outraged for the sake of just being outraged at that point. Like, if he's
really, I don't-
not like,
I don't think it's that crazy.
it
to be
wasn't
upset
like
at
he
it.
wasn't calling a student it. It wasn't like he was using the song to get away with it. It sounds like.
maybe it's still. I mean, it still doesn't. It's still not a. It's still not a good look
Is it not a good look? Yeah.
to be
Does
for.
Does it mean, oh, you did this dumb thing, we're gonna take away your entire scholarship? Like, I would just go to him and be like, and again, in this situation, you call someone the N-word, fuck you. But like, in this situation, I'd be like, look,
Dustin does it all the time.
don't do this again.
Yeah.
Like,
again,
am I
it's just
being irrational here? Like,
yeah, it's not like they really can't. If nobody if Twitter didn't make a big deal about it, Universe Man would have never done anything about it.
oh, and here's the other thing: is
Because they
if nobody like had it on video.
Well, yeah, they would have never known.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if
If
it didn't get shared on Twitter, if it was shared amongst his couple, if it was shared amongst his school, and then the school saw it, they'd probably be like, "That's bad, don't do that," and he'd be
Yeah.
like, "Okay, sure, makes sense, understand," and then nothing would have happened. The
But
whole
now
thing's
it's
only it's
On
blown up because
sports
of social
website
media.
saying University of Miami quarterback says the N word.
Yeah,
That's when they have to step in. It's like, okay, yeah, never mind.
yeah, that's why this. Yeah, and then the school did that because of how it looked, and then I'm guessing that the other school was like, "Damn, that's crazy.
Hey, you're a good quarterback.
You're a good quarterback. You want to do this? It'll look really funny."
So is it a college that's still a majority black?
Yeah, that's kind of the point of it.
All right, has he accepted?
Probably.
I assume so. I don't think we typically find out about full scholarships unless they accept it.
If he
Okay.
doesn't accept it, then it's a bad. Then that's even worse.
That's
look.
what's like, hey, hold on a second.
That's a really bad look.
You're trying to say
Wait a minute. He's like,
That's funny though.
That's funny.
Fun fact that I don't know if you guys had known. The university that I went to, James Madison University,
Mhm.
is actually historically an all-female school.
Huh.
Yeah.
It was
Is it
it was entirely all female until the 70s.
Huh.
And
That's,
even still, it's 60% female, 40% male.
That's a plot to multiple anime.
Interesting thing.
I was reminded of another thing,
Yeah.
football related. So, fun fact about the Super Bowl: first Super Bowl with two black quarterbacks playing against each other.
Is this one?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right. Are you shitting me?
There hasn't been a lot of, for the majority of the NFL's history, there hasn't been a lot of black quarterbacks, period. Let alone getting enough of a chance to make it to the Super Bowl.
Damn. Okay.
There's also a player in the league named oh man, and maybe I should make sure I get the right one. I'm pretty sure it's Nick Bosa, because he has a brother named Joey, but I think it's Nick Bosa who this is. Kind of a MAGA Republican.
Fun.
Has done some kind of such things that really makes you think, this dude might be racist. Pretty sure he
fuck.
supported January 6th. I can't tell if that's real or just the jokes anymore, but he was being interviewed about the Super Bowl happening, and he was talking about the two quarterbacks that are playing against each other. And he's like, "Oh yeah, well, not a game I'm going to watch, but I hope the best of them." It's like, hey, wait a second, why aren't you watching it, bud? You were just talking about the two quarterbacks, and now you're saying you're not going to watch it. What's going on there?
Oh,
Yeah.
Duke. Not
also
a
the f-
good look.
A good look. It's also their first
Yeah.
Super Bowl with two brothers playing against each other.
Really?
The
There was-
Mannings never
I was
played
gonna
against
say,
each
was it
other?
not a Super Bowl with the Mannings playing against each other?
No, nah.
Oh.
Okay.
What
No,
number Super Bowl is this?
57.
50. Is it 57?
Yes.
Oh, I would have been wrong. I was gonna guess 54.
Now can you tell me that by reading out the Roman numerals?
Well, it's-
LVII.
I was gonna say it'd be LVII.
Levi.
Nope.
Levi.
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 And it's gonna be better because the next one will be Levi.
And then Lviv.
No, actually, after that it'll be Lix.
Oh yeah.
LIX.
I remember. What's L 50?
L is 50. Yeah.
So the 50th Super Bowl was just Super Bowl L.
No,
Super
they were
Bowl.
smart enough not to finish the Super Bowl 50.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
they just
Oh,
ditched
that's
the Roman
lame.
numerals for that one.
They should have just called it the Super Bowl.
Super
That would've been
Bowl.
Super Bowl.
No, I think L was already kind of a meme by then, so
Super
they're
Bowl
like,
L.
"Oh, we can't be having Super Bowl L."
Oh, like
staying on us forever. So we'll call it Super Bowl 50.
damn, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
They had a chance to do something fun.
Yeah, they ruined the nice things.
I wanted to see I wanted Super Bowl L. I want a hat that says Super Bowl L. And it just has a big L on it, and it looks like a Luigi hat. You see, they should have done that. They should have licensed Luigi, and it could have been like Super Bowl Luigi.
Nah, Luigi was busy helping Mario with the Tokyo Olympics. Yo, actually, speaking of the Olympics, I had just heard that there's talk of like 40 countries, including the US, maybe boycotting the next Olympics.
Oh no.
Why?
So the issue is, so the next Olympics are going to be held in Paris.
Oh, you know
And-
who's in Paris.
Ironically enough, the controversy has
quarterback.
absolutely nothing to do with Paris. What it has to do with is the IOC trying to allow Russia to play. And people are not happy about that, given, they're kind of fucking up Ukraine.
Yeah, but the players
Agreed.
aren't.
So Ukraine is like, we will not be playing. Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania are talking. They're now trying to get in talks to convince the United States, Canada, Japan, the UK, all to join in on this. Basically, it's just to tell the IOC, go fuck yourself.
That's just silly though.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a little silly,
it's
but...
like it is like but like it's not
Russian
the like
Olympic freestyle swimmer isn't the one shooting kids in Ukraine.
Right, and that's kind of what the argument is against the boycott
It's like,
is
oh
that
you
punish
just
is the boycott only punishes the athletes, it doesn't punish or not allowing the Russian the Russian athletes to compete only punishes the athletes. It doesn't punish Russia.
It's like when the war first started and the dog show was happening, like, we're not gonna allow any Russian dogs
it's like
to the show.
what does a dog have to do with anything?
Stupid optics thing. Making it seem like you care more than you do.
Yeah, I don't know if the boycott will actually happen. I could see Ukraine doing it, but that might be about it, really. I highly doubt the US will.
Is there any precedent for
Boycotting Olympics? Yes.
boycotting during like war times?
Yeah.
Like what happened
I
during
mean,
like World War
they're-
World War I, World War II? Like what happened during those things?
So World War II, the 1940 and the 1944 Olympics were straight up just canceled.
Okay, fair enough.
It's kind of an
And
awkward gathering.
There was
Really
a-
weird meeting at the table.
it was especially awkward because the 1936 Olympics were held in Nazi Germany. So yeah, that was interesting. That's why there's Olympics where there's literally just swastikas everywhere.
Yeah.
True. Okay.
That being said, as for World War One, they mostly just did the Olympics normally, I believe. Although I'm not positive on that. There were Olympics where the US did boycott, though. I'm trying to think. It might have been like 84 or something like that. I'm pretty sure they boycotted one of the Olympics during the Cold War because it was held in Soviet Russia. And I think the Soviet Union in turn boycotted the next Olympics, which were held in the US. So,
And what role? And maybe this is obvious information. I just don't know. What role does the government have in the Olympics per place? Like, what stop? Like, why is these places that are saying when they're saying, "Hey, you should boycott this"? Are they saying the government should boycott it?
they're just asking the government to boycott the Olympics. In other words, they will not sponsor any athletes to go compete. They will not give any money for travel. They will not give any money to organize a team. There is no team that country is organizing. Now, if an athlete wishes to compete and for whatever reason their country cannot and they qualify, then from my understanding, there is a possibility that they can compete still under a neutral flag, essentially.
Interesting.
But that's typically only like a last-ditch effort. Most of the time, when a country boycotts it, it's a popular decision with their citizens, so most of the athletes go along with it.
Mm-hmm.
A decision to boycott the Olympics is not taken lightly, at least by the U.S.
Interesting. Okay. I guess the government funds that stuff, and that's why, because they have
Right, yeah.
People with the money make the rules, kind of.
Pretty
They
much,
have
yeah.
the power. Because I was wondering, what does Joe Biden have to do with the Olympics? That's what I'm saying.
Not too much, although wait another 4 years and Biden will have or not Biden, but whoever's president will have quite a bit to do with the Olympics.
Hey, it might be Biden.
It might be Biden.
No, 4 years. No, wait. No, yeah, 4 years. Yeah, it might be Biden.
Might be Biden.
Might be Biden.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting thing to consider for the 2024 election. Is whoever is elected president will be hosting the Olympics.
Yeah, that's going to sway into the vote.
I'm not saying it'll sway into the vote. I'm just saying it's an interesting thing to consider.
You actually know. You know what? If you want the Olympics to be fun, I think you make it Joe Biden. I think you make it Joe Biden.
I thought you were gonna say Trump. I was like,
no, that would be awful. We've seen things he's run.
I still
couldn't build the wall. I want to build stadiums. No,
I still want
to be Joe Biden.
To the Olympics in 2028.
I want to be like, what? Okay, well, now it's like I don't know what the person I don't know is like. Now here's Joe Biden to announce the Olympics. I don't know what they do, but I think it'd be funny for it to be like, and now to host the host of the Olympics, Joseph Biden, and he's just like, I love the Olympics.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't host the Olympics. He's just like,
yeah,
he might do like a small little speech
Jack.
or something.
All right, wise guy, you take a crack at it. They make him do the Olympic torch, and it's just Joe Biden, just like he doesn't have to make him do it on the bike, and he falls over again. Yeah, I think if you wanted to be fun, you'd make it. You would keep Joe Biden for it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's the only person I want to be in charge. I just want him to do more things, man. He's a funny guy.
Yeah. That's another thing is I might try to go to a World Cup game too. I think
That
it's,
and
in 2 years or something. I don't know.
Yeah. When uh, for 2026.
Yeah, 2026. I keep thinking it's 2024. It's 2023. So it'll be 3 years for the World Cup and 5 years for the Olympics in the US.
Yeah.
sports. And that's just
Although,
coincidence. Is
yeah.
that a coincidence that both that
Coincidence. Yeah.
Those are decided at like totally random different times.
Yeah. To be fair, it's also not just the US hosting the World Cup. It's going to be the US, Canada, and Mexico.
Canada.
However, a majority of the games will be in the US.
Yeah.
I think Mexico's literally host. Like, there's 30 host cities, and I think only like one of them is in Mexico.
No, 3 of them are.
Oh, 3 are in Mexico. It's like three in Mexico,
3
like
Canada, and the rest is in the US.
yeah, it's like a vast majority of the US.
And how many is that? What's
Like
US?
24.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
And it's not even decided which cities specifically are going to be chosen.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, all the cities are chosen.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
Yeah, it's conversation before.
Okay. I know Boston was chosen.
Yeah.
Which is why I was like, oh, maybe I'll go to a World Cup game because that would be kind of cool.
Coming home, coming home.
Yeah.
Coming home. Yeah,
You want to go to the World Cup match?
Tell the world that I'm coming home. Let
football's coming home.
wash away all the feelings of yes. It's a different
Yeah.
song.
I feel like we're doing 2 different songs.
We are doing 2 different songs.
Oh, the misery.
Oh, the misery.
Oh, wait. Actually, let me check. Let me.
course I
we
did.
still did. I'm just wondering how far you are, man.
Oh, second verse.
So, Dustin, how many daily or
Second.
semi-daily, para-daily things do you have going on right now?
3.
Yeah,
Wait, 3?
yeah.
I gotta change the number of days to Mario movie.
Yeah.
I gotta do the new verse of the
Yeah.
or new line of the enemy by Mad
Yeah.
Dragons. And then I got the messages I sent to Matt for Black History Month.
Oh.
Black History
Oh yeah,
Month.
Mal. What messages have you gotten for Black History Month so far? I'm curious.
I can read the. I can read the ones he sent me. Let's see.
There's some sort of a context here.
Yeah. Dustin, defend yourself here.
Defend yourself.
No.
I'm being a great ally. What is there to defend?
Oh, Dustin. I'll just say, like the first day of February, I looked at Discord, and I didn't see anything, and I was like, "Oh no, is he not going to do it this year?" and then we got home. I got home, and then I checked, and he had done it. Or he had done it when he joined the call or something.
Yeah.
I was still happy. I was very happy.
So starting last year, basically, because it started with a conversation I think 2 years ago or something, maybe more by now. But I told Matt that for Black History Month, every day I would send him an inspirational quote by a random black person, and have the text message "Thinking of you" raised fist emoji.
Yep.
So starting last year and continuing this year, I'm gonna do better this year, but what I'm trying to do is every day I send him some sort of inspirational quote about being black, hopefully by a black person.
Hopefully by
a black person. Oh boy. So what quotes have we got so far?
I got to the point where I just Google Black Power quotes, and then I just
oh my god.
Here, let me pull Discord.
And before anyone gets mad, I did it for Robert during Pride Month as well.
He did. Although some of the
much harder.
Although there was one where he sent a mean message instead.
Well, that's because you made me mad.
Yeah, I made Dustin mad, so he sent a mean message one day.
It also wasn't instead; it was actually including. Because that day I showed you a TikTok.
Okay, I don't remember.
So the first one is he sent it. It looks like a definition. It says black excellence, verb, a state of being forged from the history of our struggle, which is a little bit weird coming from Dustin. Bonded to our atomic greatness, exploding in the DNA of every black being alive. limitless, boundless, selfless, and of course, thinking of you raised fish emoji.
Okay.
And then the next one is thinking of you, dream like Martin, lead like Harriet, fight like Malcolm, think like Garvey, write like Maya, build like Madam C, speak like Frederick, educate like Webb, WEB, shout out. Believe
Uh,
like Thurgood and challenge like Rosa.
So
So,
out of those 10 people, how many of them do you have you heard of?
have I heard of?
Yeah.
Martin
Because they're
Luther
not based on
King,
my head.
Martin Luther King, Harriet
Yep.
Tubman,
Yep.
Malcolm X,
Max, yeah.
Garvey. I don't know.
I don't know that one.
Obviously, right is Maya Rudolph, spokesperson of the M&Ms, specifically
Yep.
the brown M&M. Uh, speak like Frederick. I'm guessing Frederick Douglass.
I imagine so.
I'm guessing.
I don't know of any other Frederick.
Obviously, Thurgood is George Thurgood, bad to the bone. Challenge like Rosa Parks.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, Rosa Parks credited.
Classic.
It's a good amount. I think there are a couple. There are like 3 or 4.
WEB, I think, is Du Bois.
Oh, is it?
Boy.
The boy. What's up? The boy.
I always want to somehow fit the joke. I can never. I never know how to like ever fit it into conversation at all.
Oh no,
But
go
I
ahead,
want
fit
to
it
fit
in
a
the
joke where it's
conversation.
like, oh, my name is Dubois, spelt like Du Bois.
Your name is not Dubois. So
No, that's
I don't.
so hard to fit it in.
You have to find someone with that last name,
'Cause
and then tell them to do it, and then tell them when they do it to make sure they credit you. That's the only way you're gonna get it done. Or name a D, or maybe a little bit easier, name a D&D character.
that joke is like the only thing that would ever motivate me to become a writer, just so I can write something and include that joke in there because I find it so funny. Because I worked at CVS and we had someone who would print out photos and had their name on there. The last name was Dubois, and I would just look at it, it's like Dubois spelled like Du Bois.
The boys.
But I can never fit it anywhere. I need to write a sitcom and write that joke in there so I can finally be happy.
That's all you want.
It makes me so fun. Spelled like Du Bois.
I came up with a bit today at work.
Oh boy,
Or
yeah.
a bit that I thought it was really funny, and I don't know if it's actually funny or not.
Well, we will let you know.
But basically, it's this guy who's trying to pretend like he's from New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all he says is, "I'm a New Yorker, bada bing." And they're like, "No, we don't say that. Bada bing, I'm a New Yorker." Like, what are you talking about? He just gets more and more aggressive with it as it goes on, and he really tries to be like, "I'm a New Yorker," and that's all he says. And I thought it was really funny. And they just get progressively more annoyed with him. Like, what are you talking about? You're a crazy person. We don't say that. He just doesn't understand.
Well, my favorite is like the I forget what movie it is, but the one where the guy's walking in New York.
Oh,
And he almost gets hit.
And he says the classic line. I'm walking here.
Yeah. Did you know that was all improvised?
There's a lot of stuff like that in movies, man.
Yeah. He was not supposed to almost get hit by a car. He legitimately almost got hit by a car. Didn't want to redo the take. Hit it on the thing. Goes, I'm walking here. And then they just continue. And it was like, holy shit, this is funny.
In college, we would do a trip to New York every year.
Mhm.
And there was one year where the I'm walking here meme was very funny.
Yeah.
And I had to tell people multiple times, guys, don't actually just yell that in New York at every car you see. please do not do that. On one
Oh yeah,
hand,
no.
in one hand, the less drastic thing, it's a lot of secondhand embarrassment for me, and I don't want to deal with that. Second, I don't want you pissing off New Yorkers, and then when they ask you, "Hey, where you from?" You're like, "Bastard." I'm like, "That's not happening." Like,
So
shut
this
up.
new information for me. The I'm Walking Here is from a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
What
thought you
movie is
just
that
said
from?
that.
Matt? Do you know? Because
From
I
what movie is it
don't
from?
know. I don't know the name of that.
I know the movie. I may have even. One sec.
I just assumed it was just a thing. It's like, oh, New Yorkers talk funny.
No.
Well, they do.
I mean, they do, but it
Uh,
comes from a movie.
I'm looking it up.
I
So
don't know.
I may have even seen this movie.
Possibly, you watch a lot of movies.
Yeah, and I don't. I know. I know. I haven't seen the movie. I just watched
You
like
just
a
know the
video
fact.
that talked about
It's from Midnight Cowboy.
improvised
I've not
things.
seen this movie.
Okay.
Love the anime.
Movie called Midnight Cowboy. I'm walking. He slams his hand on the he slams his hand on the cab, and he's like, "You could fit a lot of New Yorkers in this bad boy."
Yeah.
That's also where that meme is from.
Midnight Cowboy sounds good anime.
It's just cowboy. It's just the dark version of somehow darker version of Cowboy Bebop. It's the Cowboy Bebop Dojin.
So
Look it up.
yeah.
Look up what that word means. Yeah, what are you saying?
I was gonna change topics unless you have more to say.
No, you can change the topic,
All right.
dude.
So like,
Our topics are malleable. They can
I'm
be changed.
curious what you all think about this. So, going into lost media for a second, okay?
Oh, I'm back here.
I saw something that was posted on Reddit, and immediately I read it and I was like, holy shit, I know exactly what this guy's talking about. And now I don't know what is going on, because now I'm thinking that I'm combining too many things in my head.
Okay.
So I'm going to read this out to you and I want to see what you think. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
So it is an advertisement for Cheez-Its, all right?
Makes sense.
From when we were a kid, where there were several talking cheese wheels of different types, and each of them had a different personality in some sort of a group setting.
Yeah.
Does this sound familiar to you all?
Yeah, there's a bunch of those commercials.
Well, so here's the issue, okay? The only commercials that we could find are these ones where it's like a single cheese wheel in a doctor's office at a time.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah.
We can't find one where the cheeses are like interacting with each other.
Well, that certainly happened.
And yet no one can find that commercial.
It's lost.
Oh.
Of the media variety.
The more I thought about it, the more I was like, wait, am I getting Cheez-It commercials mixed up with commercials for Goldfish?
Oh, I remember those commercials. There was like a story to them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
those
they
were
had
sick.
Yeah, there was
And
the
different personalities. So I was like, am I getting the two?
There was the plain default cheese not cheese fish protagonist, goldfish protagonist. And then there was the girl one.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the girl one? Keep Tucker Carlson away from her. Jeez, don't even let him know about her. And then there was like the one that like was like the nerdy friend.
Yeah.
Or the unfortunate one that was like whole grain or something.
Yeah.
A little bit darker than the rest of them.
And
Maybe
the pretzel one was the new guy.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember the what was it wasn't Cinnamon Toast Crunch, was it? That had like the ones where they like would eat each other.
That's Cinnamon Toast Crunch, yeah.
Yeah, they ate each other.
yeah, they ate each other. I'm like, that's a little weird.
That was the thing, is that they tasted so good. They ate each other. It's insane.
Wow, that's
Here's the thing: Cinnamon Toast Crunch is so good that I buy it.
it's not the best. Not the best look if you're assuming that they're people.
Oh no, it's a little dark, but it's fine.
I don't necessarily remember the. Maybe if I saw it, I'd remember the cheese wheels.
Well, bad news. You're not gonna be able to see it anytime soon.
Bad news. It's hard to spot. Oh no.
But no, I was like, oh, is this? Am I misremembering this, or what's going on here?
Nah, there was definitely a commercial they all talked.
So, like I said, I responded and was like, oh, I remember this commercial, but then I started doubting myself. But now there's a whole slew of people who are like, no, this was a commercial.
Yeah.
And now I just don't know what the hell's going on. If we're all mistaken or what.
Maybe it's one of those Mandela effects.
Maybe, I don't know.
Pikachu doesn't have a black tail.
Oh my god,
What does Nelson Mandela have to do with any of this?
Oh, do you actually not know?
I know the Mandela effect. I know it.
Okay. But do you know why it's named after Nelson Mandela?
No.
Because there were a bunch of people who were 100% convinced that Nelson Mandela died in prison in the 80s.
Oh.
He very much did not. He got out of prison in 1991 and was the leader of South Africa for several years.
Shout out.
And yet people were like, no, I remember seeing a news report. He died. It's like, no. So that's how the term Mandela effect comes from.
Yeah, I know the biggest one that I saw was people being like the Pringles guy had a monocle.
Right. That's a common one. The Berenstain Bears is another one.
Yeah.
What, that they're the Berenstain Bears?
No, it's like Berenstain versus Bernstein or something like that.
People thought it was the Berenstain Bears, but it's the Berenstain Bears.
Yeah, it's like a subtle thing with the thing. Another one is if the Monopoly guy has a monocle. He does not.
Probably the craziest one is that people thought there was a movie with Shaq where he was a genie called Shazam.
Yeah,
which there wasn't, but there was a different movie with I can't remember who it was, but it's called Kazam.
Yeah, I Am Kazam.
Yeah, but people were like, "No, there's a movie where Shaq's a genie called Shazam."
Nope.
I Am Kazam. Yeah,
but Shaq did make a joke of it, where he like dressed up as like, "Oh, I'm one of the favorite parts I ever played as." He's dressed up as the genie.
That's just them getting the name wrong. There's just a lot of people getting the name wrong. They didn't think.
Yeah, but people think it's Shaq as well.
In Kazam?
Yeah, not Shaq.
No, I'm guessing Shaq was not in Kazam.
Yeah, it wasn't Shaq. It was some other actor.
Oh.
People just being dumb. That's all. It happens.
I mean, I remember seeing that movie.
What, Shazam?
No, Kazam. I do remember that movie, and maybe I don't know. I was young enough where you could have told me it was Shaquille O'Neal, and I couldn't tell the difference.
But no, what I was gonna say originally is I hate, because I've seen a number of videos where they talk about like Mandela effects and stuff like that, and a lot of them I'm like, damn, I do kind of remember it like that. Damn, I do kind of. And then the Pikachu one comes up where they're like, Pikachu's tail doesn't have a black bit at the end. And I'm like, no shit, it doesn't. That looks so wrong.
Okay, Mr. Rob the Gamer 115.
No. I'm fully acknowledging that it's like, well, yeah, it looks wrong to me because I know a lot about Pokemon.
I mean, it looks wrong to me as well. It's fine. I remember the first time I heard about that Mandela effect, I was like, who put a black thing? Who legitimately thinks that? There's no way that's real. Mm-hmm. But I remember I was a kid, I would sometimes draw Pikachu, and I would sometimes put the black thing on tail.
Mm-hmm.
And how I just think, why did I do that? I never thought he had a black thing on a tail. Why would I give him that?
Do they think it just matches like the black bits on the end of his ears?
Maybe.
Kind of.
I think the mistake people make is that Pichu has it. Doesn't Pichu have it?
Pichu does have it.
Yeah, so I think that's the mistake that people make.
Wait, on the tail? No. I don't think on the tail.
Pichu doesn't have it on tail?
Jamie, pull up a picture of Pichu.
Jamie, pull up Pichu.
Now pull up a picture of Pichu.
I'm not Jamie.
I don't know. Who the fuck's Jamie? Do we have an editor now? First it's Craig, and now it's Jamie?
Joe Rogan, dude.
Alright, hang on. Let me.
He's the guy from the Joe Rogan podcast. What the fuck are you doing? He's sniping
me?
over. You fucking sniping over.
Interrupted. Pichu's tail's entirely black.
Well, yeah. Either way, I think that's where people get mixed up. Is that they assume that Pichu has that thing, so Pikachu must.
I'm inclined to believe you, but I also feel like a lot of the people who get it wrong are Gen 1 fans who don't know that Pichu is a thing.
Maybe.
Do they know about the heart thing?
Well, I love. Oh, that is a gender difference?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, about that? Because that's a thing.
Yeah, that is a thing.
Like Wobbuffet. They have lipstick on.
Wow.
Yeah, Wobbuffet's an easy one. My favorite gender difference is Torchics.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It has a gender difference?
Yeah, you ready? You ready for this gender? What was that? Did you say, Dustin? Did you say one of the cock?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. Imagine.
Is that not the difference?
Actually, that sounds like a. I made a joke at work today with one of the residents. I thought it was really funny.
Yeah.
It was about chicken too. Actually, funny enough.
Okay.
He had. It's my favorite resident, the one I talk about all the time.
Yeah. Okay.
So he had chicken that was like cut up because we have to cut up his food for him because he can't chew very well.
Okay, that's fine.
And he was thank you. Thanks for saying it was fun.
Thanks for allowing me.
Thanks. I'll make sure to let him know.
Hey, you do that.
But
Tell him I said hi as well.
so he asked me when I was walking around, just making sure everything was all right. He was asking me, was this a boy chicken or was this a girl chicken? And my first instinct is I'm gonna tell him that chicken identifies as non-binary, but then I would have to explain the whole thing up to him, and I don't think I can explain it to him. So my second joke that I ended up going to was I took his fork, I lifted up a little piece of the chicken, and I put it down, and I said it's a boy. he laughed. Also, I found out how to say binary and sign.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Please tell me it's just hold up the number 2.
No, it's worse.
Oh, wait.
You sign 0, then 1, then you sign 0, then 1.
Oh my god, that's
the sign for binary.
I love it
because I watched it and I'm like, wait a minute, dude. I watched it and it ended. I'm like, okay, there's no way. They were just explaining what binary is in sign, right? And I watched it again, and they're like, no, that's a sign.
So it's non-binary. You just shake your head all the time.
Pretty much, yeah. you do the sign for no or not, and then you do not binary, and that's it. And I'm like, damn, we can't have. Really? That's it? I hate signs sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just so on the nose, and I'm like, oh, come on. Really? It's not very creative. It's frustrating sometimes.
Going back to the gender difference for Torchic then. So this is the gender difference. You ready? Which one is it? I want to say it's male Torchic has a single black pixel on its butt.
I think you told me before.
That is it. And there's an actual reason why. And the reason is, and it has to do with how a chicken farmer identifies a male and a female chicken when they're born. And that pretty much is they kind of squeeze the chick a little bit to open their butt, put a finger in there, and if there's a bump, it's a boy, and if there's no bump, it's a girl.
So they do that for every torch.
For every chick.
Every Professor Birch is doing that for every torch.
Torchic's just a little black dot that's visible. You don't actually have to stick your finger up the bum.
Yeah.
Professor Birch is squeezing.
Hey, Why do you think a
Every-
Zigzagoon was chasing him?
Get away from my friend, you monster. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Professor Birch isn't
Changes, it
Professor
changes
Birch
the
had to get
lore.
canceled.
Changes the lore.
Yeah. It was a shame when Birch got canceled.
Dude, can't imagine. You hate to see it. Yeah. Don't meet your heroes, kids. That's all I'm saying, man. Don't meet your heroes.
Yeah.
Unless your hero is like
But my hero is my nephew.
My hero's in
Dude.
academia.
Shut up. Shut up.
Matt's hero is in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh god. Yeah, fucking Dio. I love Dio. He's my favorite. He's my hero. Oh.
Yeah?
God damn, you two, you and Fanning. Anytime someone says like the word approach, you're just like, oh, like, oh my god, shut
I'm glad
up.
that finally annoys you
I'm like, oh, shut up, I get it.
because it happens a lot in D&D when you're describing someone coming to you.
Yeah,
You
I'm-
did that this last session with me when I was DMing.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
words
I was
like
confused. I was like, what? And Matt was like, shut up. I was like, what's going on?
words like approach. What other words have been ruined? Among us.
Yeah, among.
There are people among us. There are legitimately times when I'm like writing out like what I want people to say, and I'll use the word like among us, and I change it because I'm like I can't.
Mhm.
So if I do it, it's just because it was something I had to come up with on the spot, and then as I'm saying it, I'm like, oh no.
Well, it's like I didn't think things through with the first Pokemon campaign. I remember I named several of the characters like in several of the places like things that you guys just immediately riffed on. And I was like, I should have thought about that. Like I forget exactly what his name was, but like
You named an electric type gym leader Barack.
yeah, that's what it was. I named him Barack.
Like, how do you not know? How is that? How is that a
I think he was
surprise? to
just
you?
blinded by like, oh, this
Why?
won't be an issue. So I kind of did. I was a little more careful with this current campaign, with the exception of two characters you've already met who were absolutely meant as a parody of themselves. So.
Don't even.
Yo, what? You're not a fan of Bert?
No, I was just thinking about how you made one of the characters a Wheezing, and I just started naming off Weezer songs.
You did do that.
Yeah.
I was like, it's like it's a Wheezing. I'm like, oh, say it ain't so. Can I get a name? Oh, my name is Jonas, and this is my buddy Holly. We're going to an island in the sun.
We're going to a Sun Island?
We're going to an island in the sun.
Oh boy, those are the best islands.
Man. I couldn't find. I was hoping to find the Blue Album when I was at. If I had found the Blue Album when I was at the record store today, I would have bought it immediately.
What's the Blue Album?
Oh my god!
It's the Weezer album.
It's the
okay.
it's the Weezer out of the four guys standing in front of the blue background.
Oh, okay.
The one that every came. Yeah, it's the meme. It's the Weezer meme. Every white guy's favorite album.
What songs does Weezer do? Because like Weezer's a band that I've definitely heard of. It's a band, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, Weezer's a band. Well, for a second, I was like, shit, or is it a single artist? Weezer's a band I've definitely heard of, but like, if you were like, name Weezer songs, I got nothing.
Yeah, I don't know a single Weezer song.
It's only if I didn't spend whole like 15 minutes saying them.
Yeah, those, but I don't listen to you.
Beverly Hills. That's where I want to be. Gimme.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
My name is Jonas. I'm carrying the wheel.
Also vaguely familiar.
What's up this hobby? This is my girl.
That's the only one I vaguely know just because of the meme.
Because of the meme.
I never heard that song before
I look like Buddy Holly. That one. I don't think I can do the words to Island of the Sun off rip. Yeah. It's really just a meme. Because I think it started off as just like it's like basic white guy music. Or like they're all like it was some kind of generalization about Weezer fans, like that they're all like cringe and annoying.
Okay.
And then it just became a fun thing to meme. Yeah, the same vibe as like, and that's why I made the joke about it. Like I tweeted it. It was like I might be half white, but I still listen to Weezer and started a podcast. It has the same vibe of starting a podcast as a joke.
I see.
Yeah. It's like white guys only want to do two things, and that's listen to Weezer and start a podcast. And I'm like, God damn, I did both of those.
Well, at least that was enough.
Yeah, Weezer's more of a joke. Like I like the well-known like Weezer songs, but I'm not like super fan.
I see.
I haven't listened to most of their music, just the ones that are kind of popular, kind of memey.
So, like, all right, so this is gonna be, I'll admit to being dumb then. So, like, who sings Old Town Road?
Lil Nas X.
Will Ferrell.
Lil Nas X, you're right, that is Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
Old Town Road.
Why?
'Cause I don't know, that's probably the song I would have guessed for a Weezer song.
Wow.
Wasn't Lil Nas X only like part of it?
How old Weezer is now? He doesn't have old Weezer. I feel like that'd be an Old Town Road song. Old Town Road would be a Weezer song.
Look, you know I ain't smart.
Is this
when it
worse
comes
than
to
when you thought
music.
Boulevard of Broken Dreams was AC/DC or something?
Yeah, I think this is worse. I think this is worse. It's actually worse.
Look, I don't know what to tell you.
what was Weezer even playing on the radio these days? He thought the number one song of the summer was written by
Weezer. Rob, what's funny isn't that okay, I'll explain, at least for me. Rob, what's funny, the part that's funny isn't that you don't know this stuff.
Mhm.
Like, that's not the funny part. It's the fact that the stuff that you come up with because you don't know it is just it's really funny to think about. Because right now I'm thinking of a universe where Old Town Road was written and recorded by Weezer, and I'm like, it's just that perfect level of random that I don't think anyone could come up with trying to be funny.
Yeah, that's a song I would have pinned down as Weezer. Old Town Road.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Industry Baby, that's my favorite Weezer song.
It's Montero, but it's four dudes it's the four guys from Weezer all dressed as the devil.
Didn't Lil Nas X only do like the chorus part of the song or something, or
no, he did
the whole thing?
He was also, well, there's a remix where Billy Ray Cyrus joins.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
I don't know what you're thinking, man.
Matt, you're not mad. Dustin, I don't know what I'm thinking half the time either.
I want
That's specifically why I was like,
I want to give
want
Rob like a list of names. Have the four people from Weezer in there, and then just fill it with a bunch of other celebrities, and be like, okay, Rob, there are four members of Weezer. Can you please guess what four people from this list make up Weezer?
Oh, Tom and Jerry.
And I think you would definitely be like, okay, Billy Ray Cyrus.
No.
Um,
'Cause I would go out on a limb and guess that I don't know any of the members.
The
So
Weeknd.
I would immediately go with 4 names that I've never heard of in my life.
Zac Efron.
Nope. I know Zac
And,
Efron. So it's definitely not Zac Efron.
You sure?
Yep.
Mm,
I couldn't tell you what band he was in, but like
It's crazy that you say that because there is like a Disney star in Weezer.
is there?
Yeah, that's why it's funny.
Wow.
It's also funny because Zac Efron wasn't in the band at all.
Was
It's
it?
also fun.
Was Zac Efron High
He
School
also doesn't
Musical
sing.
guy?
Wait, what did you say?
Also,
Wait.
there is no Disney star in Weezer.
Wait,
What you-
wait, now you all are confusing me. Who the fuck is Zac Efron?
Oh my god,
The actor, High School
You
Musical.
see? I was
Bunch of
seeing.
other
He
stuff.
see.
Wait, that's what I said. Was he was in High School Musical?
Yeah,
So he sang in High School
No, he
Musical.
he didn't.
He didn't sing a single song in High School Musical.
He was lip syncing.
Oh, okay.
He
well
never sung any of
then,
them.
all right. Well then, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I never watched High School Musical, and I wouldn't fucking know that.
I
I
had
knew
just
it was in the movie, and I knew that it looks like he's singing. So
He also thought he was in a band though.
I mean, you're right. That was me being dumb.
and I also just said that there was a Disney star in Weezer to see what you would say, and you're like, "Oh, is there really?" I think
believe
you.
you.
Well, I don't fucking know, dude. If fucking Hannah Montana becomes Miley Cyrus, then you know it's weird shit can happen. All right, I'm just saying weird shit can
Come.
happen.
He
Like,
transforms into Miley Cyrus.
so what are the names of the or what are the names of the people in Weezer?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you.
I
don't
know. I know Tom DeLonge. That's the
Yeah,
one thing, you know.
I
Never
know
heard
they're-
of them.
Yeah. Shocking. I genuinely don't know. I just know him as Weezer, and typically, it's like imagine it's imagine they're the Beatles, but everyone is Ringo.
Also, Tom
Ah.
DeLonge isn't in Weezer.
No,
I was just messing.
I don't fucking know.
Who the fuck is that then?
That's not
Tom DeLonge?
it's not Linkin Park, is it? No,
I
it's
don't-
some other emo band. Blink 182. That's what it was. He's in Blink 182.
I'm telling you, Matt could make up band names, and I'd be like, oh, that's a cool band.
No, you'd be like, who? What? Who's that?
Huh?
Huh?
I've never heard of them.
I'm
Never
just
heard of-
you could be like, Rob, this is the name of the band, real band or fake band? I'd be like, flip a coin. I don't know.
Yeah, my favorite band, Victoria's Secret.
Dude, they have their own band now? That's cool.
4 non-blondes.
No, you're thinking of Two Broke Girls.
Jesus Christ. Sure. He fucking knows 2 Broke Girls.
I know it because those sitcoms are the shit that my parents watch.
Oh.
I mean, my parents were huge fans of Big Bang Theory. They still watch Young Sheldon.
God. Young Sheldon.
Yeah.
Because we needed more.
Yeah. I don't watch those sitcoms anymore. I used to watch them with them, but I haven't watched them since I was like, you know. 15. Oh, now that I think about it, I stopped watching them coincidentally when I started using a fucking computer.
Damn.
Crazy how that works, huh?
I mean, I haven't watched TV in forever, so.
I don't watch a lot of TV. I watch the news because we'll have it on while we eat dinner or whatever. And then it's pretty much just like game shows, Survivor, Amazing Race, Family Feud sometimes. That's pretty much about it.
We should go on Family Feud.
I don't. I think to be on Family Feud, you still need to be a family. And
Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer.
we are not a family.
Aw,
We are very friendly friends.
I feel like makes me sad.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that's how that works. I mean, you're
We're
like
all-
family to me, but like, I think you
We're
have to
all
be. I think for
we're
the show, you
all
have to be family by blood or by marriage.
we're
And
okay.
I don't think we're by blood. And as much as I like you, I don't think I want to marry you.
No, so they're like okay, you need to be a family by blood or marriage. Me and
Fuck your adult.
it cuts over to me and Dustin like ready to like cut ourselves to become blood brothers.
Oh my
And they're like, no. And they're like, okay, bet. We all get married collectively so we can go on Family Feud.
Yo, if it was a platonic relationship, I would marry you, Matt.
It's like I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's polyamorous. And it's to get on a game show. That sounds like a better movie.
Yo, actually, speaking of game shows, have you guys heard apparently about an update with the Squid Game show?
Yeah, I just saw it earlier today.
Oh
Wait.
my god.
What do you mean there's a squid like
Alright, so do you remember like a couple months ago, they were like, hey, this place is doing a real life Squid Games thing, just without like death or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, we want 456 participants, and the winner will receive $4.56 million.
okay.
So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I signed up to potentially be in it and never heard anything, of course.
Mm-hmm. That's like a job application.
So some sort of leaks are coming in now because they're filming it. And it is a shit show on the level that it may be breaking several laws.
People
Ooh.
are like collapsing filming it.
Yeah,
It's just awful
so
conditions.
the first issue is the inhumane conditions going on, where people are having to deal with absolute freezing cold temperatures, and like just having to like deal with shit. The first game is basically red light, green light, but they basically told their participants, they were like, yeah, at most you'll be outside in the cold, because they're filming it now in Britain in the winter. They're like,
In
yeah,
it?
you'll be outside at most like 15 minutes.
A bit nippy in it.
What they would do is have them run for like 10 seconds, and then they had to stand completely still for half an hour.
Oh no.
It's a shit show. The other one, and this is the possibly even the crazier thing. You ready for this?
They accidentally left a little bit of bleach in their drinking glasses.
Nope. The entire game show might be rigged.
What?
One of the things that someone questioned and noticed, they like some of the participants were comparing notes with each other, and they were like, "Hey, why do I have a return flight in 4 days if I could potentially be in the show for 4 weeks?" And some people were given working microphones, while others were given fake microphones.
How does a company like Netflix mess that up so badly?
I
Is it
don't
Netflix?
think it's Netflix running it.
They just
I
probably got
think
the rights to
Netflix
it.
is hosting the show. Like, they'll have it on Netflix, but I don't think Netflix is the ones making the show. But I may be wrong on that. I can definitely be wrong on that. But yeah, and if that's the case, then that just breaks game show law. Because there's specific laws about game shows, and one of the big ones is it cannot be rigged.
Yeah,
If you're saying that they have a chance of winning money, they have to actually have a chance. And they have to know what the odds are or whatever. Because that was a huge issue back in the 50s.
rigging game shows.
Yeah, in the US, that was a big deal. There was this game show that rigged pretty much every episode. and it just made things not fair. And they pretty much just did it because it was a compelling story that they were building.
Mm-hmm.
So that became a thing where it's like, hey, you're not allowed to rig a game show, and you have to make sure that the game show is as fair as possible.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what the name of the show was that was rigged. I can't remember it. I know it was in the 50s, so.
I hope Squid Game season 2 has that guy who slapped people again.
La.
The guy who's like, you throw the thing on the ground or whatever.
Yeah.
I've told you guys about it. I don't think I said it in the podcast yet.
Yeah.
What I want to do is become a god at that game where you throw stuff on the ground.
Yeah? Why?
And then, so I can dress up as that guy for Halloween. And I can walk around that place where it gets busy on Halloween and just smack people around, challenging them to that game.
That place where it gets. We've talked about Salem before on the podcast. I think we can say Salem.
Yeah. I want to go to Salem for Halloween dressed up as that guy, challenge people to the game, and just smack people a bunch. Because I've become a
Dustin.
god at that game.
But
Your
here's
Honor.
the thing. Here's the thing. If you want to get away with that, you have to offer money if they win.
Well, duh.
Your Honor. It was a Squid Game reference.
I'm going to go around and be like, hey, you beat me,
Well-
you get $10, or I can slap you.
Here's the thing. Is like, I feel like because you're letting them know up front that you might slap them. Like, I'm not convinced that breaks any law.
No, I can ask you to slap me. That doesn't break the law.
Yeah, so like, go for it.
Yeah.
I've still always
I
had the
wanna-
idea of dressing up as Jigsaw from the Saw series and then just riding a tricycle.
I thought of that too.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
think it'd
But
be
I
kinda
want to.
funny.
But I want to smack tourists and get money.
Just
That's what I want to
Dude.
do.
I
want to
mean,
smack tourists, yeah.
Dustin, I back you up on it.
Either I rob them, or I get to smack them.
All right, so Dustin, it's February, right?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead. Let's get the game. We can buy it. I'm sure you can buy it online for cheap.
Mhm.
And me and you will start practicing, okay?
Oh yeah.
And I'll help you get good at the game, and then you can do that, all right?
Yep.
And
I just
then
need to-
I'll just be riding around on a tricycle.
I just still need Squid Game season 2 to come out, and for that guy to be in it. Otherwise, people aren't going to care probably.
Fair.
Because part of it, people have to get the reference. For me walking around in a suit with a briefcase, being like, "Hey, want money or I smack you?"
I think
Otherwise-
there's enough people that would get the reference. The really awkward thing is when you do it to this young guy, and then you find out that it's like a 15-year-old, and you're
Yeah, it
like
wouldn't be that.
actually smacking a child.
Yeah, I know.
I've been waiting for an excuse to smack a 15-year-old. Let me tell you.
They deserve it.
Dude, same. Oh
Especially
my
if they agree to it. It's like,
God.
oh, awesome, and now I'm going to hold back.
I'm not gonna hold back. So, Dustin, are you saying that when you do this, right? If you do this,
Mhm.
you would absolutely not hold back at all while smacking him. You would just smack the ever living shit out of him.
On the 15-year-old specifically, probably.
No, I'm saying on a general person.
Specifically on the 15-year-old.
If it's a teenager, I won't hold back.
But if it was an adult, you would just be like, "Fuck it."
I'll ask.
Boom.